Hi there, I'm Pam Butterfield, and I am going to try to run you guys through some basics of how to make your home environment, your office environment at home, maybe at your dining room table, at your desk that's maybe too tall for you. How do you make it a little bit more comfortable? So first of all, you kind of have to understand what a comfortable posture is, and then we're going to try to take what your body wants to be like and kind of put it with this not exactly adjustable desk setup, the chair that's not adjustable. So we're going to start with, I'm going to kind of go through the ABCDs of office ergo setup in the home. First is your area. So choosing your area, making sure you have enough space for everything. And then you want to think about the body. What position does your body want to be in? So if I were at an office, I would want to be in a nice chair with my arms just kind of relaxed like this. Well, this table height is very far from where my hands want to be. So I can't adjust this lower, so I need to bring myself higher. And then you want to think about B also for your back. So you want some good back support, and you also want a good base. So you want your feet, your hips, and your back all supported. So that's kind of what this is gonna focus on. Obviously, I don't really have an adjustable chair, which is the C, so I'm going to try to make my dining room chair as adjustable and good as possible. So first of all, I'm going to bring myself up to where my hands would be able to touch the keyboard. So I need maybe some blankets, some cushions, something like that. I also, once I raise myself, I'm going to need a footrest because my feet are touching the ground here, but once I'm taller, they're not going to be touching the floor anymore. So I happen to have, you can use some books, but I happen to have a couple of these little foam pads that I use to stand on. They're little balance pads, but I'm going to use at least one of them for a footrest. So I'm going to drop that on the floor. And then this one I'm actually going to use to kind of make my keyboard a little taller. I also have this inflatable back pillow, which I really like because you can make it all different thicknesses depending on what kind of chair you're sitting in. So I'm going to use this couch cushion on my chair just to make it a little bit higher. And then I'm going to put this behind me so that my back is supported. Sit myself in, put my feet up here. Now I'm getting a little bit, see, I'm a little closer. But I still don't like the fact that this is up high and also that this has a sharp edge. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this other thing for this pad for elevating the back. And then I have a couple little anti-stick little padding things. These are, I think they're, jar openers actually, but you can also get the liner for cupboards, that just little kind of rubbery stuff. So I'm just going to put it here on the edge of the desk, just so I can drop this down a little bit and it won't slide. I could also put a pillow here so it doesn't slide. And then I'm going to open this up, and now my hands are at a little bit of a better angle versus if it were up on the edge, I would be getting that sharp edge right here through my nerves, which does not feel good. So this feels pretty good for me. I don't really care that I'm looking down. My eyes can easily look down without a problem. Then I'm going to have a separate mouse. This is very key to use. This, I just don't really like it. So I'm just going to have a little mouse pad here so it kind of covers the edge, and I can use my mouse and I can do this. So this is a super easy setup. If you want to take it a step further and get a separate keyboard as well, I highly recommend that. And then you can just put, just see, a couple other little things. You can get books. I just happen to have a yoga block here. I'm just going to raise my keyboard up, or my laptop up. And now I'm just going to use a separate keyboard right on my lap, actually. So you can see that my hands are actually in a really comfortable position like this. This actually has a built-in wrist rest, just so palm rest. So I just put my hands in here. And again, you just want to have your wrist straight. I like this because my elbow is actually even more open, which feels really good for my elbows and my nerves there. So this is a really good position. I'll use my mouse up here still. I can pull this forward so that it's close enough to me that I'm not leaning in like this. And I feel super comfortable in this position. So again, all you would need is a separate keyboard. Again, I like this type. This one is called the Perix, but there's the Microsoft Sculpt. Anyway, it's a little ergonomic keyboard that has a built-in palm rest. You can just put it there and here. And yeah, that's the basics. Just allowing you just want everything to kind of be in its normal, natural, comfortable posture. Good back support, good foot support. The foot support is really something I think people often overlook, and people can, you know, grab any kind of pillow here. Also, a couple reams of paper, a ream of paper, a book underneath your feet, a yoga block, whatever. And then really important too is getting up and doing some good stretches. You can also sit on the edge of the chair and just, you know, stretch your arms out every once in a while. Sitting like this would be okay too, but it's just a lot more strain. I could also put another couch cushion here just to get me a little bit taller. And now I'm a little closer to the height of the desk, so I can just move this away. But the problem is that this is kind of low. So not a huge problem. I liked how I was sitting before a little bit better, but again, options are always good. The more different options, kind of the better. If you can somehow create, you know, have your keyboard up here, your keyboard, your monitor up here on another stack of boxes, you can always make a good standing posture. And I have I'll make another video on that, how to make a good standing setup. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful. And again, just with things around the house, you can really kind of create a pretty decent setup. Okay, thank you.